I spent time with the Meridian backpack 26 liter from Mission Workshop, and this is a very interesting backpack that I have a ton of thoughts on. And it's for serious bag lovers only, so just a warning before you watch. And like always, I'll cover the good, the bad, who it's for, and which bag it's similar to. I think this Meridian backpack directly competes with the Goruck GR1 26 liter as an everyday bag. You can see the similarities in the design, the fact that it's made in America, and the price, which I'll touch on later. That's important. And considering Goruck is a giant in the industry, Mission Workshop did an awesome job with many improvements and one major shortcoming. So keep that in mind during the review. The GR1's popular, so it'll be an easy reference point. And here's some stats. It's listed at 26 liters, but I actually found it to be 30 liters. I did a packing video for the Patagonia Mini MLC kind of recently, and this Meridian fits the exact same amount, and the dimensions reflect that as well. They're about an inch kind of shifted. And right away, the size presented a weird issue. So I'm 5'9", average height and build, and 26 liters to me is the upper limit of what an average sized person would carry as an everyday bag. That's why so many companies offer everyday bags in a 20-ish to 25-ish liter size. But this Meridian is a legit 30, which I think is too big for everyday carry for most people. So I'm going to review this as a 30-liter weekender sort of one-bag travel carry-on, and taking it from that angle, it was awesome. Starting with the exterior, everything was solid with some minor nice-to-haves. Again, this is a bag for bag lovers, so apologies if it gets a little nerdy. Looks and build quality are similar to the GR1, and that's a high compliment. It uses Challenge EPX 200 material. It basically feels like X-Pack. And the boxy shape, the front zipper, the heat shrunk zipper pulls, all very GR1-esque, and I think it looks great, except for the outer flap, which felt kind of out of place. There's sealed YKK AquaGuard zippers, which are weirdly good. So I've probably used like 30 bags with AquaGuard zippers, and I've noticed that they don't all work the same. The normal issue is that they aren't smooth. They're kind of hard to open, but these zippers for some reason are so smooth that they almost felt like uncoated zippers. And a good test of that for any bag is to see if you can pull the zippers apart by the sides. And I also really preferred the matte coating of the zippers versus some with a more glossy finish. The sides are really interesting. They're plain, well they can be, but they can take modular attachments for more storage. So modular features always kind of risk being a little gimmicky in my experience, but these works pretty well, and yet I probably wouldn't recommend them. And let me explain. So I have two bottle holders that fit 32-ounce bottles and two pouches, plus I think they offer like another large pouch. The attachment mechanism is sturdy. It uses this hard material and some Velcro, and it's really easy to put on. Functionally, it's designed well. I mean, it works great. It adds the storage and everything. But the problem is the price. These are $65 each, not for the pair, each. And that's too expensive. I mean, who's going to buy this? I think one should have been included with the pack or maybe added on for like 20 bucks. And this pack is already larger than advertised, so I didn't need the extra pouch space for what, 130 extra dollars? The only attachment I'd even consider is the bottle holder. And that's because that's always been a limitation or a complaint of Goruck's GR1 and most of their bags. And I think that one bottle holder could be the difference maker for some people. And it's extra cool that you can take it on and off. The top handle on the bag is probably the only part with below average build quality. It's kind of just unpadded. And moving to this whole side, it is top tier. If you've watched my other videos, you know that the straps and back panel and comfort in general is a priority for me. I will never let a company slide for making shitty straps. But this Meridian is actually up there with Osprey as one of the best. I was nervous about the straps being too close, like they're literally touching, but it actually wasn't a problem because the straps themselves go wide and taper. Like if you just lay them naturally flat, they actually flare way out to the sides, so they're pretty wide. The straps themselves are really nice too, and the foam padding is tied with Wexley's gel foam as far as my favorite for comfort, though I think this takes the edge because of weight. So they're very squishy, not super dense, but they're honeycombed, like they have holes in it to make it light and breathable. Hiking bags do similar things. And the straps feel in hand very similar to Able Carry's bags in terms of density. This is also a cool interpretation of a chest strap rail. I haven't seen that before. It's cool that it doesn't move. And the back panel had something I haven't seen before. So there's super thick padding, probably about 3/4 of an inch, same as the shoulder straps. But this has a dual luggage pass-through. So I could put my bag horizontal or vertical. Well, that was pretty cool, but I couldn't use it in vertical mode all the time because the luggage handle doesn't pop out of the top, so like I can't grab the handle and use it. A little bit of a bummer, but still, it's pretty cool. And a luggage pass-through is another highly requested feature that's missing on Goruck's GR series, or at least the GR1. Opening up the pack, the organization is simple and useful and structured very similar to a traditional travel pack. So, small slit pocket on the front, and a proper admin panel that looks similar to Air's packs. In addition to the 30-liter size and comfortable carry, this is, I think, what makes the pack great for one-bag travel, because it adds just enough organization, and that's, again, how it potentially separates itself as far for travel from Goruck. And in the main compartment, there's access to most of the 30 liters. Nothing special except there's a Made in the USA tag if you care about that. I could fit about 4 pants, 6 shirts, 2 sweaters, and a couple extra things. And lastly is the 17-inch laptop sleeve. Again, super thick padding, it's felt lined, extra slip pocket, false bottom, all of the works. It's a really good laptop compartment. Okay, so final thoughts, and who is this bag for? Well, it's really complicated. I didn't have a single functional complaint about the Meridian, and that's never happened before in my reviews. As an everyday bag, it has the best of what the Goruck GR1 has to offer: incredible build quality and material, lightweight with great straps. And it also improves on what the GR1 doesn't have, like modular bottle pockets, luggage pass-through, admin pocket, etc. Obviously, Goruck is still the king for rucking purposes and carrying large loads, but at first look, this Meridian is literally a flawless bag until you get to price, and I cannot ignore the price. I hinted at this complaint when talking about the modular attachments, but this base bag without the modular attachments is $395 US to the GR1's $345. And with just 2 of the attachments at $65 a piece, it puts this pack at an insane $525 price. And fine, devil's advocate, Goruck does have bags priced that high, but there's a key difference. Goruck's Scars warranty is legendary. They will repair or replace virtually any damage for the lifetime of the bag. So there's a valid reason why Goruck has loyal customers willing to pay $500 for a bag. Mission Workshop does not have that. Their warranty only covers manufacturing defects and specifically does not cover anything else. So it's an interesting dilemma. I said in the beginning that this Meridian bag is for serious bag lovers only. It is an enthusiast bag that I think competes with the Goruck GR1. And I actually think the Meridian is better in certain cases, but at a price that doesn't make sense for almost anybody who would want the bag. Anyways, comment below if you want a response. Let's talk and subscribe for new videos on Sundays. Thanks!